Hey, so there are way too many live-action films to see. I mean, this is an animation festival, so you would expect me to see more animated films than live-action films. But anyway, A Monster Calls was presented tonight. It's the Italian preview of the film, which was yet to be released in my country, but it's been out in the US for a few months by now. So my impressions of it is that it's good for a variety of reasons. It's not so good for one important reason, singular, not plural. I'll be lying if I said it didn't get me at the end. It's an emotional roller coaster in that sense. If the roller coaster was just one curve and not a series of curves, you know, and that curve being sadness and depression. Yes, I feel like the idea that the film was going for, how we deal with grief and the anticipation of grief, the anticipation of death, and what the message of the film was at the end. And I feel that was a very powerful film in that sense. What with the monster, the imaginary tree monster that came to trying to heal the boy and to having admit the truth about what he was feeling, his very complicated feelings about his inevitably dying mother because she had blood cancer. Which brings me to the biggest problem of the film, I find, is that we don't really get too much screen time for the mother herself. She is the emotional center of the film and pretty much the plot device to make us all feel sad in the end. But she's less of an actual character because we spend so little time with her, and more importantly, we spend so little time with her and her son, which is the main character. But we spend a lot of time feeling sad for the boy. And, you know, at the end, yes, it kind of works because I'm not made of stone, so I teared up a bit. But still, by thinking again about all of this, this film would have been much better if more time was devolved in making the mother an actual character, and not just the one who has to die for the benefit of the main character. Which, come to think of it, it's kind of gross. But regardless of that one obnoxious element that kind of ruins your experience, watching this film, being caught in the moment, in the emotional moment of what the boy was going through and what the boy has to admit about himself at the end, I would be lying if that was not effective, because it was very effective emotionally. I wish the film was a bit more honest about it, and the mother felt more like a proper character rather than a plot device, which was ultimately she ended up being. So A Monster Calls is good, except for that one detail that kind of ruins it. That's my impressions of the film. Also, the animation is really good, not just the character played by Liam Neeson, but also the fully animated segments that were the stories that the stoner monster, I was about to say, the tree monster, was telling to the boy. And for those scenes alone, this film is worth a watch. Although, as good as it might be, this film still cannot escape the trap of ridiculously evil bullies persecuting the main character. Although I did appreciate the twist that was attached to those bully characters, considering, again, what the main character was going through emotionally, which I'm not spoiling openly. I still think you need to watch it, but you need to be wary about its flaws. Yes, even though you will definitely, most definitely cry, like I did. and many others too. Again, not made of stone, not made of wood, I should say. Well, this was my 2 bits about a monster calls. See you later for more. I don't know when these vlogs are going to be uploaded, but again, for more vlogs, see you later.